Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the video series 2, part 2. In this part, I would like to share with you some highlight of the properties of the four wheels of the universe. In part 2 of video series 1, I have shared with you some key properties of the four wheels of the universe. I will reuse some of the slides here. I will add more information that are relevant for natural sciences. As you may know, philosophy and sciences are almost completely separated today. Some physicists today even think that mathematics is the foundation of physics. This is wrong. It is a strong sign that both philosophy and sciences are dead. I wrote one chapter in my book, The Principles of the Universe, on what I should do in order to find a completely and consistent philosophy theory and to solve the fundamental problems in physics and other natural sciences. I would like to share with you my two principles here. First, philosophy is the foundation of all sciences. Second, philosophy is not the replacement of any sciences. These two principles have some far-reaching consequences. For instance, philosophy should be able to solve the fundamental problems of all sciences in a consistent way. Philosophy should also have a high degree of abstraction and a general meaning. A solution in philosophy should be the general solution for all the fundamental problems in sciences. After I finished the first version of my book, I checked my book with these principles. I could then say, okay, the new philosophical system is complete, consistent, and have a general meaning. In my book, I limited myself only to the level of philosophy. That was not easy for me because of my background in physics. Sometimes I had to delete a big section on a subject in physics because it was beyond the scope of philosophy. This means that challenge remains to translate the solution in the new philosophy series into the solutions in the sciences. As I explained in video series 1, the four wheels of the universe are derived from the model of the principles of the universe. In this model, as shown in the drawing, every existence in the universe is described by the four philosophical parameters. They are individualism, group interaction, order, and disorder. These four parameters have an exact definition in my book. They are fundamental and have a general meaning. The relation between these four parameters is fixed in a two-dimensional coordinate system. On the drawing is the two-dimensional coordinate system. The top X is individualism, the bottom X is group interaction, the left X is order, and the right X is disorder. One should keep in mind that this model is a philosophical model. The scientist could translate the philosophical model in my books into mathematical models in the sciences. Now about the four wheels of the universe. On the drawing, quadrant 1 on the top right is enclosed by individualism and disorder. I call quadrant 1 the wheel of individual happiness. Quadrant 2 on the top left is enclosed by individualism and order. I call it the wheel of individual efficiency. Quadrant 3 in the bottom left is enclosed by group interaction and order. I call it the wheel of group efficiency. Quadrant 4 in the bottom right is enclosed by group interaction and disorder. I call it the wheel of group disaster. Every wheel has some special functioning properties. The wheel of individual happiness drives movement. The wheel of individual efficiency drives change and self-development. The wheel of group efficiency drives group efficiency and stability. The wheel of group disaster increases risks. The model in the drawing reveals some strong correlations between the wheels. For instance, increase in the wheel of group disaster will increase the wheel of individual happiness too. This is because disorder and or potential energy in a group is shared by its members. In the new theory, every existence in the universe is a representation of its four wheels. The four wheels of an existence in the universe are described by a wheel box. You see on the drawing a box with dashed white lines. This wheel box contains the four wheels of our existence. When the wheel box of our existence moves on this drawing, it means that the relative strength of the four wheels of the existence changes. The four wheels of an isolated or not isolated existence in the universe convert continuously into each other, which means that the states of any existence changes continuously. There's no absolute existence at all in the new philosophy theory. Any interaction between existence of the universe is determined by the interactions of their four wheels. When you measure something with instrument or observe something with your eyes, it involves complicated wheel interactions. Only when you understand the interactions, you could then really understand the measurement or the observation. You may have heard the words a microsystem or a macrosystem in different sciences. Their definitions are actually arbitrary. This is not good for the communications between the scientists in different sciences. More importantly, we need an exact definition with a general meaning for them. In a new philosophy system, many popular concepts have got an exact definition with a general meaning. The same for a microsystem and a macrosystem. For a microsystem, the wheel change of the system is sufficiently small. The wheel box of the system could oscillate either in the direction of time or in a direction perpendicular to the direction of time. The movement of the will box of the system is constrained by the clock of the universe. Individualism plays a dominant role in the system. For a macro system, the will change of the system is sufficiently large. The will box of the system could not oscillate. The movement of the will box of the system is also constrained by the clock of the universe. Group induction plays a more important role than individualism in a system. As you may know, one of the continuous debates in the philosophy and in physics is what is the smallest thing in the universe. As I explained in part 3 of video series 1, Lesbos in the ancient Greece proposed the concept of atoms. Up to now, physicists have found some elementary particles such as photons, electrons, quarks, see the table. But the question remains, what is the smallest particle in the universe? Social scientists don't care about what is the smallest thing in the universe. That is wrong. For instance, you should ask, what is the smallest thing in a human thinking or human mind? What is the mechanism for love? In a new philosophy theory, there is a general answer to these questions for both natural sciences and social sciences. The four wheels of our existence could be divided into smaller parts, which means that our existence could be divided into small existence. In the previous slides, we have defined a microsystem and a macrosystem. In a new philosophy theory, a microsystem is the smallest system in the universe. It cannot be divided anymore. A macrosystem without individualism and disorder can also not be divided anymore. These two definitions answer the questions, what is the smallest thing in the universe? In addition, a microsystem could be a part of a macrosystem or attached to a macrosystem. These definitions have a general meaning and are valid for philosophy, natural sciences, and social sciences. For instance, quantum mechanics is the science of a microsystem. A black hole of absolutely dark is the smallest thing in the universe. The love between two persons is the interaction between two microsystems of the comprehending system of the two persons. The two microsystems could form one microsystem, result in a long-lasting love. There are 5 universal laws in the new philosophy system. You will see in the following parts of this video series that they play an essential role in the natural sciences. The first universal law is the will conservation law. It says that the sum of 4 wills of an isolated existence is a constant, or the total area of the wheel box on the joint on the top is a constant. The second law is the wheel conversion law. It is a set of general rules for the conversion of the four wheels of existence into each other. It includes the functioning of time and space. The third law is the law for creation and the death of an existence. It says that the four wheels of existence are mostly imbalanced at its creation and its death, and they will reach an optimal somewhere in between. This law makes it easy to find out the start and the end of an existence. The bottom joint shows the journey of our universe. It starts from quadrant 4 and ends in quadrant 3. During its journey, it went a little bit up, then down. What is interesting is the wheel curve of a living being or a human being. The wheel box of a baby is mostly balanced, then it's become less balanced when the baby grows. It means that the life of every living being or the human being is traced back to the origin of life. The fourth law is the new definition of time and space in terms of wheel conversion. It includes the supersymmetry of time and space. I will share with you more information on them in the next part of this video series. The fifth law is the new definition of causality law in terms of wheel conversion. It means that there are two types of events. One takes time, another type happens instantly. It means also the possibility of instant communication across the universe. The definition of time, space, and causality are a complex problem for both philosophy and physics. I spend much time on them in both philosophy and physics. You could find more information in my book, The Principles of the Universe. The new philosophy system has many general consequences. Let me share with you a few of them. First, the nature, the human being, and the human society are governed by the same principles. This means that many things in today's world are related to the evolution of the universe. You don't always need complex mathematics or expensive instruments to study the universe. Second, there's no absolute existence. Everything is in change. But there's a general direction for changes. This direction is the direction of the evolution of the universe. It has many implications. For instance, physicists could measure the gravity constant on Earth or with stars. But you could not simply use this constant in a theory for the whole evolution of the universe. Third, risk or mistakes are a part of the nature, a part of the human being, and a part of the human society. Many people today believe that risk and mistakes could be avoided completely. This is only an illusion. It makes people take wrong decisions. We see this phenomenon everywhere, both in sciences and in daily life. I attribute this illusion to the certainty concept of Aristotle, Plato, and Parmenides. This certainty concept is removed in a new philosophy system for the whole universe because of the existence of the disorder. If the group interaction component in the wheelbox of existence would vanish, the existence would become fully free. Its certainty would reach a minimum, its uncertainty would reach the maximum. This is the case for photon. First, the general trend in the universe is from disorder to order, which means a decrease in risk. You could see this from the history of the Earth. Last, there's a similar trade-off between different wills for the nature and for the human being. On the drawing is an example between the will of individual happiness and the will of group efficiency. You could have the will box of something between position 1 and position 2. The move on the drawing is highly exaggerated. For a photon, if the move of its will box is from position 1 to position 2, it means that the photon is being absorbed. The move is in the same direction of time. The absorption of photon is easy. If the move of the wheel box is from position 2 to position 1, it means that the photon is being emitted. The move is against the direction of time. The emission of the photon is more difficult. The same drawing explains also the human behaviors. When an energetic person joins the group, this person's will box moves from position 1 to position 2. The person would help the group, but would become less happy. When a person leaves a group, the person's will box moves from position 2 to position 1. The person would become more happy, but it could take him or her much energy to leave the group, especially when the person has a strong relation with the group. With these two examples, I would like to close part 2 of video series 2. Thank you for your attention.